Why are mark crawlers a thing? Where did they come from and who is buying these? SEMA used to be full of cars, but in recent years it's been dominated by trucks. I'm Fuller from Custom Offsets TV, and this is all the information you need on the birth of the Brodozer. So, am I sort of picking on our own culture here at Custom Offsets? Sure, but some of our viewers brought up a legitimate point. When did people stop using trucks for truck stuff and start making showpieces? If I take you all the way back to when Ford was developing their first pickup, dubbed the Model TT, their intended customer base was farmers and businesses that could now more easily transport cargo and goods. Fast forward 100 years, and what you're finding in the beds of trucks all over the US are the neighbor girls from down the street. Over the years, trucks have developed into extremely capable yet comfortable vehicles, and don't get me wrong, plenty of people still use their trucks for hauling, towing, and running through the woods, but there's also a good percentage of trucks that will never go off the pavement. But why? Trucks used to be workhorses that lacked creature comforts and had seating for 2, unless you had a bench seat, and then you got seating for 3. But now, trucks are rolling off the lot with heated and cooled seats, room for 6, and even built-in Wi-Fi, and screens bigger than the TV in my living room. So why does all this matter? Well, since trucks are more practical now than they ever have been, more and more families are switching to trucks for the everyday drivers, meaning more and more trucks are falling into the hands of many different types and demographics of people. Plus, with new financing for terms of 72, 84, or even 96 months and sometimes longer, that initial $50,000 to $80,000 sticker price doesn't seem to sting as bad. People have modified cars ever since they were invented, and there have been many trends and fads in the car scene, but in general, there's your track use and racing crowd, and then your aesthetic crowd that modifies just for looks. Plus, there's your racers who just buy everything in that one aisle from your local auto parts store. You know the one I'm talking about. The truth of the matter is, simple passenger cars are disappearing from American life, and they may not come back. By 2022, LMC Automotive estimates 84% of the vehicles General Motors sells in the US market will be some kind of truck or SUV. Ford's ratio of domestic SUV and truck sales will hit 90%, and Fiat Chrysler, that's Rams if you didn't know, will notch a whopping 97%. A vehicle is a reflection of someone's taste, and that's why people modify cars and trucks. When the market says they want trucks, manufacturers listen. Since about 2011 or 2012, trucks have started to dominate SEMA and the broader West Coast area in general, and that's where it all begins. Products are revealed at SEMA and eventually released to the public, where the 26x16s just become another accessory that you can scoop up. But this big wheel, tiny tire look doesn't come without a price tag. When you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars on just wheels, tires, and the suspension to make it all fit, it makes sense why these guys aren't taking their trucks off-road. Truck builds have become so flashy and high-end that you wouldn't dare use them in an environment that has the potential to destroy what you've spent your cold hard cash on. Just like in the performance world, where everyone is in a competition for the best quarter-mile times or the most horsepower, truck guys now have their own categories of competition, and that's why these trucks are getting bigger and bigger and wheels are becoming wider and wider. It's all about who can be the widest, who can be the tallest, and who has the biggest lips. Plus, there's guys who just dare to be different and stand out from the rest. So will these bro trucks be in forever? I don't know that for sure. What I do know is you can check out the gallery on our website to see over 40,000 trucks with all kinds of different setups and the detailed specs on how they made everything fit. Seriously, check it out. We've got you covered whether you're in SEMA Showcase or you're buried in a local farm field. 15s and 40s, we've got that. Rubber bands and 24s, we've got that too. So what do you think? Drop a comment below about the truck scene in your area. Peace.